Hi, everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Veil. I'm your host, Shelley Schonwald, and I'm really happy to be here tonight. As always, it's always wonderful to come online and be able to do a reading for someone. And before I was coming online here, I was sitting with Spirit. Of course, it's what I do before I come online or do a reading. You have your quiet time with Spirit. And they were talking to me a little bit about, how we get ourselves into toxic situations. And it's an interesting thing because sometimes we can be born into a toxic situation. We can get a job, which ends up being a toxic situation. We can have relationships, hobbies, the baseball team that suddenly goes ultra competitive and that's just not our scene. All these things can actually occur in our lives and on every facet from family life right to our personal and extracurricular life. And what we can have happen as well over time, that these relationships and these situations can evolve and change. So what may have been at one point in time a really healthy, wonderful thing can suddenly, turn and begin to, oh, this isn't really so good anymore. I'm not feeling good about this. My stomach aches when I have to go. My anxiety is coming up. My blood pressure is changing. These are really good signs that there's something wrong in a situation that you're involved in. And it's important to know that if you leave a toxic situation, it's not quitting. You're choosing yourself. And that's the most important thing that we could do for ourselves. Is just say, hey, you know what? This is not for me anymore. I'm not liking this. I'm going to find a new job. I'm going to leave a relationship. I'm just not going to do these things anymore, and choose ourselves. Now, if you're one of these people who have gotten yourselves into these situations, and we all do, there's no blame in this. Everyone has an experience where the situation becomes toxic and it's not good for us. So first things first, do not blame yourself for this. It's just part of life. And Spirit wants to remind you that this is also a key point for growth. As you realize the situation is not good, now getting yourself out of it. That's where the growth happens, because you've realized where you're at is not happy. It's not good physically, it's not good mentally, and it's just becoming, well, let's say, a real drag. It's okay to get yourself out of that and learn and grow from that situation as well. And we can also mourn when that situation was great, right? We mourn that as well in the change and the evolution of that. So as you're thinking through these things like, oh, the situation is not good, remember that this is part of the growth. And that's where the learning comes from. Now we're going to take a caller. We've got Maggie in Toms River.
Hi.
Maggie, are you there?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh, I'm well. Okay. So what brings you to the show tonight, Maggie?
If there's message from my father, and if is there like general reading?
Sorry, could you repeat that one more time? I couldn't quite catch that.
Is there a message from my father from the
From your
other
father.
side?
Oh,
Yeah.
your dad. Okay, let's bring your dad in. Okay. Okay. So, Maggie, this grief is really fresh for you.
Yeah.
He hasn't been gone that long, has he?
No.
Okay. So there's a gentleman coming in here now, and we'll just verify this is your dad or not. The energy that I'm getting from him is there's just a softness and kindness with him.
Okay.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense to you? Does that
Yes.
kind of okay? Because I feel this person, I just heard helpful. He was a really
Yeah.
helpful person. Now I'll try and get what he was helpful with. He's He's giving me a memory of helping you learn how to ride your bike.
Mm, mm, okay.
There's a memory of helping someone ride a bike. Is that you or is that someone else in the
No,
family?
my sister. Probably my
Sister.
sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But here's what he's just said to me. You two, your sister and you are very different, but you two had a
Mm,
very special relationship.
yeah.
Okay. He's saying you were the apple of his eye.
Uh-huh.
He loved you so, so much. Now, he's talking about helping you through some adversity when you were young. That makes sense to you.
What's that mean?
You had, sorry?
What's that mean?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because he's saying that, you had a fair amount of struggles.
Yeah.
Um, and he's talking specifically when you're young, and he's saying how much it broke his heart to see you have, suffer. Um,
Yeah.
he's he's talking to me. He's telling me that you felt alone a lot,
Yeah.
isolated. Like there's an isolation with you, and it feels like around other children. And he's saying that carried on for a long time in your life. And he's also saying that when you lost him, you really felt that loneliness creep in because he was no longer physically here for you.
Yeah.
Now he's
Okay.
saying chin up. He
Who?
wants you to know that he says, chin up, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. How am
Okay.
I feeling?
Um, yeah, he's saying, look for the signs. There's something special. Now, I feel like there's something with coins or something with him. Do you find coins and go, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Okay, that's him. He's there. He's trying to get that to you. Now, it's interesting because it feels like you two did have a bit of discussion about what happens when we go. There was on the table for discussion. And he's
No. Okay.
sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Um, and he's saying that he wasn't sure, but he was hoping that he'd go somewhere good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying, I sure did.
Okay. Can you ask him about like mm, the house and my sister and like I mean oh never mind.
You
Okay.
want to know about your sister's health?
No, what I wanna know is about if he if if he like left me anything.
Has he left you anything?
Yeah,
Okay, because it feels like there's something. It's something physical. That's
but
what I'm
I
seeing. It's
don't
like
think
a watch. Would that make sense to you? It's something like a watch. There's something that was
yeah,
special to him that he's left for you.
yeah,
It's saying that he's saying to me that he didn't have much, but
yeah,
he had special things, right? Like he wasn't a man of great wealth, but he says, there were certain things in my life that were special. And he says, I'll give you one of these things that were special because it will it'll help ease your pain
yeah,
and you'll feel close to him. But it does
yeah,
feel like there's some things that will be divided for you and you will be able to have so many things. It feels like he was sick for a while. Would that make sense to you?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because he's saying to me that he had some time to think this through. Uh, where he was going, what was going to happen with this. But what he's also saying was some things were left a bit undone. He's sorry for that.
Okay.
There's some things he didn't get to. So there may crop up. There might be some things. Um, he's talking a little bit between you and your relationship with your sisters. It could be a bit rocky from time to time. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he just said to me, sisterly love. And he's shaking his head. He
Mhm.
wants to
Yeah.
remind you that you two have to hold each other up.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm
He says
trying. Yeah.
he wants you to come together on this one, because it feels like even around the passing, there was a bit of disagreement. It wasn't quite good between the two of you. He says he really wants you to, he's saying, bury the hatchet, because it doesn't feel like it's anything consequential, right? It's just sisterly bickering is what he's calling it. And he
And
wants,
yeah,
hmm?
yeah. Did you have a message from my mom?
No, he's just here right now. He's talking to you. I'll wrap this up really quick for you.
Okay.
He just wants to give everyone love and thank you all for the support, and your mom as well.
Okay. Thank you.
She's grieving. She's grieving too. And he says,
Yeah. Okay.
give them all a hug and spend some
Mm.
time with them. But he's saying too is Maggie, to remember the good, reminisce. These memories are going to be hard, he says, for a while, but know that it's going to get easier in time. But hold on to those, because you two had a lovely relationship. And he says, remember the good times that we had together.
Okay. Come on.
All right. Yeah, he knows you love him. And he misses your hugs. He says, I miss your hugs.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, no, he's there. Watch for those coins. Watch for those signs. So I'll leave him with you, dear, with lots and lots of
Thank
love.
you.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. You
You're
too.
welcome. Well, it's always lovely to be able to bring through a family member who's passed and give that reassurance and support that they really are there. It's hard losing a loved one. It really is tough, and it often will get a little harder before it gets easier. But our friends and our loved ones in spirit are always there with us. We just have to put the thought out, and they'll be there to help us out. So take care of yourself tonight, and your loved ones around you that you love, give them a good hug. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Bye.